You know, we usually treat online communities like these digital playgrounds. You hang out, share art, you chat.
Right, exactly.
But the second a major rule gets broken, I mean, that playground just instantly transforms into a courtroom.
Yeah, it really does. And today's deep dive takes us right back into that exact courtroom for part 2 of this whole divine versus derpy clash.
Yes. And we've got a lot to unpack for you today, including Derpy's 4 response videos and some pretty damning server logs.
It is quite the escalation, honestly. We're looking at how this really messy teenager dispute kind of mutated into a formal legal copyright battle.
Which is just wild to watch unfold.
Oh, totally. Like, we are looking at this series of videos Derpy titled, I Need Help, which she posted to defend herself.
Right.
And her defense strategy is, well, it's revealing. Let's start with those server logs that show she actually typed out a racial slur.
Right, because her excuse for that is just, it's wild. She claimed she was merely using the word as an example.
An example?
Like she was just quoting someone else, so, you know, she supposedly had zero malicious intent.
Right, right.
But I keep thinking about, like, an automated traffic camera. If I run a red light because I'm rushing to the hospital, the camera doesn't care why I did it, you know? It just flashes.
That is a great point.
Right. So does Discord's zero tolerance moderation system actually care about the context of a slur? Or does it just, like, see the text and that's it?
I mean, it operates exactly like that traffic camera. It's just a strict binary system.
Yeah.
The algorithm doesn't understand sarcasm or air quotes or context. It literally just scans for a string of banned characters and drops the hammer.
Wow.
There's just no input field for, I was just making an objective point.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But let me push back on how platforms handle the stalking allegations, because this is where I get really confused.
Sure, go ahead.
So Derpy had this alternate account called Cookie Dough's Art Channel, and she claimed she had no idea she was still blocked by Divine.
Which is a big claim.
Right, and she publicly accuses Divine of running this fake cancel campaign just for clout.
Yeah, she does.
But wait, if she was blocked, how is she even interacting? And more importantly, how does a platform actually prove that Cookie Dough is Derpy and not just, some random overzealous fan?
Well, that is exactly where we move from the human narrative to just raw metadata.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, think of metadata as like a digital fingerprint. Even if she changes her display name and profile picture to Cookie Dough, right?
Right.
The system's backend is looking at the underlying IP addresses, the device IDs, and those account creation logs.
Which you can't really hide from.
Exactly. Plus, in a pretty glaring oversight, the disguised account actually featured an intro video with on-screen credits.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and those credits linked right back to Derpy's main brand, Quartzite Studios, Inc.
Oh, wow. So she basically just left her wallet at the crime scene.
Pretty much, yeah. The platform's backend sees right through the disguise, which completely bypasses her entire story.
That is crazy.
It is, but, she actually does concede one crucial point in her 4th video.
Okay.
She admits she was wrong to leak the face and the private direct messages of a classmate named Tyshawn.
Okay, yeah. We need to unpack this.
Yeah.
Because leaking a classmate's private photo is a massive violation of personal privacy.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge boundary to cross.
Right, and here's where it gets really interesting from anyone trying to understand the psychology here. This fundamental failure to respect personal privacy boundaries, it directly mirrors her next violation.
Yes, exactly.
So like it's a complete failure to respect digital property boundaries too.
Yeah, the whole narrative shifts so drastically right here.
Yeah.
You move away from, the social media stalking and leaked photos right into actual intellectual property theft.
And we definitely need to clarify one huge detail here for you listening. We are talking about an original character named Moxie the Demon Cat.
Yes, Moxie.
Right. And Moxie is not Derpy's creation. Divine created that character back on May 13th, 2025.
Exactly. Derpy just took it.
Just lifted it entirely.
Yeah, she uploaded a video titled, Moxie Needs Them Biscuits, using Divine's character without any credit whatsoever.
Which is just asking for trouble.
It really is. And that specific action basically forced Divine's hand, Divine warned Derpy of an impending copyright strike.
Which changes the entire game. I mean, for anyone listening who has ever tried to moderate a Discord server or a subreddit, you know exactly how fast this happens.
Oh, yeah. It goes from 0 to 100.
Right. You go from babysitting teenage drama to dealing with actual legally binding copyright infringement in, like, the span of an afternoon.
It takes the conflict completely out of the realm of a messy social dispute and drops it squarely into platform enforcement law.
So what does this all mean for us? It shows that the internet doesn't really have a gray area anymore when it comes to moderation.
No, it really doesn't.
Mhm.
You can't just argue your way out of a metadata trail or, a formal copyright claim.
Right, the system just doesn't care about your side of the story.
Exactly. And that leaves us with a really critical question moving forward.
Let's hear.
Well, as digital spaces increasingly rely on these rigid binary text filters and automated copyright systems to just keep the peace, what happens to the gray area?
That's a great point.
Right. Like if the playground is monitored exclusively by that automated traffic camera we talked about, how will algorithms ever successfully distinguish between mutually edgy, messy teenage banter and a genuinely malicious harassment campaign?
Honestly, I'm not sure AI will ever be able to tell the difference, but I guess that's something for all of us to mull over until next time.